Hello, welcome back to Combat Corner Tier List. My name Jackson,
My name Kobe.
and today we tier Who on Steroids.
Who is on steroids? That's what we're going to be hearing.
That's right. We're going to figure out who's more likely.
We want to put them into a couple of different categories of who is definitely fucking on steroids, who's very likely, and who's not. You know. So we're going to get into it. So we're definitely on steroids. We are the CEO of
We've
EPO.
admitted that, and we
I mean, look at Jackson. He's gaining weight like there's no tomorrow.
We've talked about our cycles.
We have. We're pretty open about it.
And our cycles are actually synced.
Yeah, they are.
Aren't they?
Because we're so, always doing stuff together with period cycles of they've synced up.
Yeah.
You know what? We're gonna get into it with Shamil Gaziev, the Blob, otherwise known as the Blob, who tapped out to being exhausted. I think we can say quite confidently. I mean, look, he's got a beard like that, so there's a chance. But he's fat as fuck, and he has no gas tank, and he's got no muscle definition.
And he used to play volleyball.
Volleyball.
Wasn't it volleyball?
Yeah, it's volleyball. So I'm thinking roid reverse roids, because he's a fat, slow shit fighter.
Yeah, that's
Basically
pretty
it.
tough, but yeah,
it's pretty much it.
Very accurate.
Next up, though.
No, leave him till last.
Leave him. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. What about him?
It's the big reveal. I have no idea who that is.
Yes, you do. It's Evloev.
Oh,
You just beat
yes, Allen.
Evloev.
Arnold Allen, not Brendan Allen.
Arnold Allen. Correct.
That's right.
Evloev. Look, I think he's slightly suspicious. He's his body is pretty normal looking, but he's got one hell of a gas tank. I don't think there's any real evidence to say that it's very likely or extremely likely. He's definitely not the CEO of EPO, but I reckon slightly suspicious on this fella.
Sure.
He's got no power.
No, and he does have quite decent muscle definition for a featherweight, but yeah, it's nothing out of the
ordinary.
Nothing
I don't
out
think
of
he's ever
question.
popped before.
Evloev steroids.
Due to motorcycle. Oh no. Because he's him, I'm gonna put him in slightly suspicious.
Okay.
Oh shit. I'll just scroll down a little bit there.
Whoops.
Sugar Shane.
I think we can leave him there, dude.
You reckon?
Yeah, 100%.
He has popped before.
Has he? For what?
Estrain or something? Ostrain?
Estrogen.
No.
What's that?
He was banned actually.
From the UFC.
Yeah, trace amounts of a substance. It was pretty sus. It seemed like it wasn't his fault back in the day. He was suspended for 6 months, I think. He could have been suspended twice.
No, the other time was for cannabis, wasn't it?
Don't know. He definitely was suspended at least once. His other notified him that Ostrain, the substance that showed up in my system, has resurfaced at extremely low levels in my recent 2 tests. Good news is that USADA is most likely residual, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, he did pop twice for Ostrain. Do we think that he's still on it now? Slightly suspicious just due to this.
I never knew that.
So he's slightly less suspicious than Evloev.
Really? Even though Evloev has never popped.
Yeah, because I got bias. All right. Okay, fine. Slightly suspicious. I mean, he's skinny.
That's where I was getting that from. Like, he doesn't look like your typical.
He doesn't look
roid
like
user. It. I mean, if Aljo was on this list, which I don't think he is,
he will be somewhere, maybe, probably.
Moving on.
We've got Umar Nurmagomedov.
Yes, very likely.
Yeah. I don't think it's extremely likely, but it's a Nurmagomedov. They live in the fucking mountains where, like, what USADA guy is going up to the mountains?
The goats are on steroids there.
Exactly. The goats are steroids.
Yeah.
Umar. I don't think he's popped. He hasn't popped. No, that's Usman. So, yeah, he hasn't popped yet, but anyone with this name?
Anyone with a beard and no moustache?
Very likely.
Yeah. Apart from it was the first guy.
Apart from Gaziev, because
Yeah.
look at him, he is literally the blob.
Should be called Gassiev.
We're gonna pop another very, very suspicious man, Jailton Almeida, built like a Greek god, but black. This guy is a heavyweight, weighs about 230.
Yeah, he's a
fucking
very light
jacked.
heavyweight.
He should be a light heavyweight. I'm gonna go ahead and pop him in CEO of EPO.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. What do you think?
Um.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, he's got incredible physique, doesn't he?
He really does.
That doesn't look all that natural.
I'm just gonna put this here. You know,
It's just those shoulders, man.
bro, look at this.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, my fellows.
This is what I just want to mention this. This is what we've always wanted to make the show into. Is just us here,
Just looking at
rating
physiques.
men's physique. Yeah.
He's got a good
Just
one.
wanted to add that that
Yeah.
little side note.
Can't
there.
wait for this to be the only.
Yeah,
thing we do.
I don't think it's talked about all that much, is it? Almeida's
He's obviously slipped through the
suspicious
radar.
physique.
That's for sure. You know, he's never popped before.
Look at that guy just holding traps.
He's like what we would be like.
yeah.
He's like,
Just let me touch it.
Oh, all right. We're moving to another person. We're gonna go with Anton Smith. So Anthony Smith, he's actually fighting this weekend. I'm gonna go ahead and say roid reverse. Honestly, I really highly doubt that Anthony Smith knows how to use steroids.
And anyone he tried to buy them off would just think he's an undercover cop.
Yeah,
They'd be like, "No, man,
that's a good point. It's like, no, not for you, buddy.
bro. I don't sell steroids.
Yeah.
What are you talking
What are you
about?
talking about, brother? See you later. And then, yeah, he doesn't even have access. Look, he doesn't even have access to steroids, so he can go in the very much reverse roids. But then Usman Nurmagomedov, no, sorry, Muhammad Usman, Kamaru Usman's brother.
Yeah, yeah. At some point in his life, surely. Look at the size of him.
Kamaru Usman's brother.
Saying that, he does look like he is just one of those people that is naturally quite big.
Oh yeah, but
He's not nearly as CEO as
no, he's
Look,
not like.
actually no. I'm going to move him down.
Do you want to know something?
I'm always up for knowing something.
Kamaru Usman's dad
Yes.
is a pharmacist who went to
Okay.
jail for fraud.
Okay. What does that have to do with?
He's a dodgy pharmacist. He's the only fighter in the UFC, these guys, who have a father who was a pharmacist who went to jail for fraud. I think these guys are on steroids
Either that, or they were like put on something from a very young age.
from their pharmacist dad who has access to steroids whenever he wants. And he went to
Wait a minute.
jail for multiple things.
Oh, so now it's not just fraud; it's multiple things. Usman dad jail. Wow.
Theft and drunk driving there. And then also healthcare fraud and money laundering. This guy's dodgy. He got them on steroids. Fucking Usman. And you know what? We're going to put him right there too.
Okay.
They're both the fucking CEO of EPO.
Both Usmans have shares in EPO.
Everyone thinks that Usman's on steroids. I mean, look at him. He's fucking jacked. He's got pimples on his stomach. This is like where he used to inject fucking steroids. Look at this shit.
No, it's a side effect of taking steroids. It's getting pimples. Not.
Yeah, but also this is where you would inject your steroids.
I thought you injected in your ass.
Well, you can do that too, maybe. But look, this guy's fucking on steroids, and we all know it. All right, we all fucking know it. You can't be that jacked and powerful and still have the insane gas tank that he's got. Like, look at Colby Covington, for example. He's got the gas tank, but he isn't that fucking jacked, and he doesn't have knockout power. Apparently, joint issues are a big side effect of using Turinabol, and Usman has insanely fucked knees, and he doesn't know why. I think we all know Usman has taken steroids at some point in his career. Probably still is. So he's the CEO, and they're the brother CEOs. They're actually going there.
Right, let's do Bilal Milkbag Muhammad.
Milkbag, where is he?
To the right.
I think he's pretty reverse roids.
Yeah.
Maybe slightly suspicious.
Based on what?
I don't know. He's got a pretty good gas tank.
Look, I think the guy just works extremely hard.
Yeah.
And every time he steps into the cage, you kind of see evidence of that.
He's a hardworking guy.
He's a very hardworking guy.
And he's always improving.
He deserves a lot more credit than he gets, especially from us.
Name value.
Name value, yeah.
Value on his name.
Okay.
Yeah, he's roid reverse. I'm pretty confident. I trust the guy.
Yeah. I think we get into some of these bigger names now. Well,
what about Islam Makhachev?
No comment.
Let's just chuck him up there because, yeah. Islam Makhachev, though. Huh?
Yeah, I think it's very, very likely, yeah.
I don't think he's ever popped, but let's be real, guys. Again, with the whole Umar Nurmagomedov thing. They live in the mountains. They're Russian. They're going to be doing something, all right? And that's not just inbreeding and taking advantage of goats. All right? They're doing some steroids. All right? So he hasn't popped, and he's not as sus as the likes of these three. Oh, shit, they're all black. Oh, my God. This is not good.
We need some. Right, McGregor. Just pull up McGregor.
All right. Okay. Oh, there we go. And we'll pop him here. Okay, that's better. That's
this
better,
list
guys.
was starting to look a bit
good.
lopsided.
McGregor, CEO of EPO. We all know what he did in his time off to fix that leg break, and he's probably still doing it in some regard now. The guy's fucked.
And the other thing with McGregor is he has access to shitloads more money than any other UFC athlete.
Yeah.
So he is going to be able to access things that may not exactly show up on a drug test.
Oh, yeah. New shit.
Yeah, that's right.
I agree. He's got to be CEO of EPO. We all know what's going on there.
Mm-hmm.
Should we just go a little bit down your pecking order? We've got Edson Barboza. He's got a good physique, but it's definitely naturally attainable.
Oh, yeah.
Great. So old Edson Barboza.
Barbosa.
Pop him on the screen here. Look, this is a very naturally attainable physique. I mean, he has gotten very vascular at points in his career, especially on his move down to featherweight.
Yeah, but I think this guy has just been around for so long. He's been training for so long. If you're doing that kind of intense workout for the, it's probably 20 odd years that he's been at this level now, almost.
Yeah, probably 15.
Yeah, I think it's definitely attainable.
I'm pretty sure he's never popped. He seems like a decent guy.
And it's a lot easier to say that about these smaller guys because it's like you would think that they would put on a lot more mass if it was something that they were doing regularly. But I guess it all comes with diet as well.
And yeah, commitment. He seems like a very committed guy. So yeah, chuck him down there. What are we thinking about Titty Man?
It's so difficult, isn't it? Like,
this is a pretty tricky one. He did grow a boob.
Yeah, that came out of nowhere. But I'm pretty sure that is a side effect of cannabis use as well, regular cannabis use.
That's what he said. But he also grew the boob after training. This was over COVID that he grew the boob.
Really?
It was, yeah.
So they couldn't test him.
Well, are USADA flying to New Zealand? Do USADA have agents in New Zealand that can regularly test? I don't know. Seems like it would be a good time to juice up, you know? And he grew a boob. And like he can say it's fucking marijuana use as much as he wants, but
it's a boob nonetheless.
It's a fucking tip. And I'm saying that he's extremely likely.
Yeah.
So they're definitely not the CEO of EPO, but
and he doesn't like for a middleweight. He doesn't exactly have a crazy top heavy physique. He's quite a lean looking.
Very lean guy. Got great cardio. Never really gasses out.
Yeah, look,
He grew a
I'd like
boot.
to say we'll put him down one level to very likely.
Very likely.
Okay? Do it. Put him down to...
Oh, very. Do you want to
Yes.
put him here?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay? Leave it. Right. We're going to do a few more.
Jared Cannonier.
Only 3 more.
No, we'll do more.
No.
I'm enjoying this. It's
Good for
fun.
you.
Jared Cannonier, the killer gorilla. What are we thinking?
I think he is only slightly suspicious. And
Yeah,
hear
he's
me,
never popped before.
even possibly lower than that. This guy used to be a heavyweight. And if you think that, oh, he looks huge for middleweight, it's because he is.
He's jacked.
Yeah, he is jacked.
No.
We are.
Thank you, guys.
Just FYI, we never left.
We never
But
left.
You did.
You guys did.
You guys have been shut out of that extremely private conversation because we don't trust you with that information. And nor should we. You've done nothing for us to...
No donations to our
No, yeah.
GoFundMe that we didn't make.
How many more are we going to do with this?
Let's just keep going until it feels right. Steve Urseg. Royd Verse. Honestly, we've not had any inkling.
Looks like a boy.
Looks like a young lad. I'm just going to move that over slightly because we're
Running out of room.
running out of room here.
Look, I want to chuck up Fazeev.
Fazeev?
Yep.
Where is he? There he is.
And I think it's very likely. That
You
this
reckon?
man- yeah. Have you seen that guy?
He's pretty fucking ripped.
And the other thing too is I've heard some rumors about these guys that go over and train in Thailand.
You do?
I've heard some rumors. I've
Is
heard
it
some things and they're not good things.
regarding the ladyboys?
No, regarding the drugs that they have access to over there that are a little bit suspicious.
Yep. I wouldn't be surprised. In all honesty, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
But I also
agree.
think that Fazeev works hard and he is there on his own merit. But yeah, I think there's definitely some likelihood that he is on some sort of enhancing drugs.
I'm going to move this.
Or has been at some point in his life. Because look at him.
Look at him. The guy's jacked. And I'm not talking Jack Hermanson. So, yeah. I know. I agree. Very
What a
likely.
line.
Thank you. What about DDP? I don't think we've had anything sus come out of him. Like, he's pretty jacked.
And the other thing
He's
too
big
is
for the weight division.
he is big for the weight division. He is pretty jacked, but he's South African. And South Africans have pretty incredible genes for building muscle.
They're tough people.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
I-
I'm willing to put
slightly?
him down there. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll say slightly just because of his build and where he's got to in the UFC. But again, he's a fucking warrior. He's tough son of a bitch.
One of the youngest. He was a very, very young entrant to MMA.
And
I
he's been
think
doing it
he's-
for a while.
Yeah. I think he's going to make some serious waves. Even
No,
if
I
he
agree.
doesn't continue as a champion, I think there's a good chance he will.
He could regain his belt a couple times. You never know.
Yeah. I think so. Ms. Harrison, the only woman on this list, for good reason.
I think we know why.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, sorry, Kayla. You're the CEO of EPO. I don't think she's ever popped, but she looks like a man.
The back is insane.
She's jacked as fuck.
and still small. You know what I
she's
mean?
lean. Like, she managed to get down to 135, which is very suspicious.
Because she fought at 155 for the longest time.
Yeah.
And had trouble making 145 in
And her face
in other
as well.
organizations.
She's got the jawline of a god. Of a Greek god.
Yeah.
So
So Chad.
she goes there.
Chad
for sure.
jawline. Right. This is such a debatable. No. It's. Oh,
I
he
think-
could go anywhere. Paulo
Look.
Costa.
I think it's pretty fucking likely that he is. But he's never failed a drug test.
And he's one of the most tested fighters in UFC history.
Yeah.
He is.
He's got his whole secret juice thing. This is a funny photo. Wait. Just bring that onto the screen. Look at this photo. The blonde hair. It's funny. He looks fat in that picture.
I think he's a lot harder working than people give him credit for.
Oh, yeah. Like, don't get me wrong.
One of my favorite things was before his last fight. He put out that photo of him standing in a hotel room or something, and he'd photoshopped himself to be way bigger than he was.
The guy is fucking hilarious, and he's got his whole secret juice thing as well. But I think he's very, very, very naturally gifted. But I've got to say, he's extremely likely.
Yeah,
because look at him, like just because of the meme, I think he's got to be fucking extremely likely, or maybe even just very likely, but at the top of very likely.
He looks like a Hulk.
He does. What are you reckoning?
I'd like to say very likely.
All right.
I don't want to say it's extremely likely because
he has never popped.
He's never popped, and he's tested all the fucking time. So no.
He's a sexy motherfucker.
He's very sexy.
What do we think about Ian Gazza?
I think he gets fucked in the ass.
Yeah, same. I think maybe if Layla wants him to do steroids, he would.
Yeah, that's true.
And she wants him to get the belt, so I think he's extremely... No, he's a little pea-head. Look, he's a little pea-head. And if he did steroids, he probably wouldn't have a pea-head.
Yeah, exactly. That's a big symptom of people who do steroids. Their head just... Like, look at McGregor's head in the last couple of years.
Doubled in size. And he is training with McGregor now because they're both potentially going to be fighting on that 303 card.
I didn't know that.
They've been training together.
In Ireland.
In Ireland.
Because Gary was training in Brazil for quite a long time there.
He was.
I think that was probably to escape some...
Bullying,
yeah.
But...
Comment section is still turned off.
It is. And he's a pea-head. He's a fucking dickhead. Screw this guy.
Right.
Let's do a couple more here. The Greek god himself, Brian Ortega, he has popped before and he got banned 6 months, I believe.
What was he taking?
Sexy pills.
Because in his last few performances, he has not looked like someone who has ever touched steroids.
He did fail a drug test, but it was a very long time ago, back in 2014. So that alone puts him in very likely.
Yeah. I don't think it's likely that he's taking them anymore.
No, but there's a chance if he's done it before. I think if you've popped, well, I mean, Sean's popped, and we've put him in slightly suspicious.
But it was because it was for something odd.
Australian, yeah.
Look, I'd say we just move on. We're not pharmacists, are we? We're not Usman's dad.
Let's do one last one, eh?
Aljo. You're only putting him slightly suspicious.
No, where do you think?
I think he goes up there with Islam.
Extremely likely?
Yeah. Look at him. His head's pretty big too.
He's got a pretty big head. He's jacked as fuck and somehow he continued to make 135. That's interesting for sure. He also trains with Marab, who, if he was on this list, would be in CEO of EPO. He is on this list, so I'm just going to chuck him up there now. Marab all but admitted to doing steroids in a video. Have you seen that video? No. Did I send you that? There's a video of Marab all but admitting that he did steroids. He said, "Look, we've had to get some very special supplements in the camp."
Oh yeah,
I think. Oh, is that him or is that someone else? But he basically admitted in a video. I'll find it. And so Marab has got to be CEO of EPO. And look, it's extremely likely if they train together, they juice together. You know, that's my old saying. One more fighter, Michael Chandler. Mikey C. No problem there where you guys can see him.
At some point in this guy's life, he has been on steroids.
Absolutely, and I think it's extremely likely. He's a fucking weird guy.
Yes, yeah.
Why are they adopting black kids?
Every time I...
like, only black kids. You know, but let me just point something out here. Okay. There's some weirdness going on here. He adopts only black kids. And it's not like he's adopting kids that have been like Africa or some shit that are like, you know, it's not like they're fostering kids that their parents are fuckwits. He's finding people who have gotten pregnant, no longer want the child, and they're up for adoption, and he's picking black ones only, which is weird.
Could you imagine being a white kid in that orphanage? And Michael Chandler walks in.
Nah. I'll take that one.
Dude.
And apparently he got his there's an Instagram story that's from a long time ago. Apparently he got his first child that he adopted to pray that the next one that they're adopting has skin like me.
Okay, look, we're gonna cut it there because that who did you hear that from?
The MMA guru.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
I'll send you the video.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. But
I'll
that
send
is
you the video.
ridiculous.
Michael
All right?
Chandler, there's something going on with you, buddy, and I want to know what it is. Okay? He's a fake nice guy. He's like, I don't know. He just creeps me out a little bit. Don't you? Doesn't he creep you out a little bit too?
Yeah.
It's a weirdo.
It is odd. That is the last one.
That is our last
we're
one,
leaving it
and
there.
I'm also going to put Josh Emmett just right there because
Okay.
he's jacked. And then Kelvin Gastelum, slightly suspicious, very likely.
He's a milk bag.
Corey Sandhagen, he can go here, and we'll just so we can get Ian Gary off the screen. There we go, guys. We have been Combat Corner. Hope you've enjoyed this slightly controversial video. And we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Goodbye.